Hey, it's Melissa R. Thompson, or M for short. First of all, great to be back. Really missed you guys. And second, I'm so sorry for abandoning you guys like that. I didn't mean to leave for so long. What can I say? I was enjoying my summer so much I kind of forgot to make a video. Which is funny because I thought I would have more time to make videos. But the actual reason is because I was remodeling my room, and I wish I could have made a video about the process, but my uncles actually came over to help, and it felt weird to record the renovation. But the biggest improvement is my floor no longer being carpet. There are still things that need to be done. I'm still in the process of changing my furniture, and will be a while before I have the funds to tackle that project. But enough about that. I'm back with another Designing My Pets as Humans video! And this time I'm designing my dogs. For those that are new, I designed my cats as humans in the past video, and it should appear in the card above and description if you're interested. But it's not required for you to understand this video. It's not like I'm going to have a pop quiz on who the cats are in the middle of the video, and you'll have to answer them in a 10-second time limit, or else your device will explode. Without further ado, I'll begin designing my dogs. First up, Snowball. Snowball's my youngest dog at a year old. A coworker had given me Snowball because they were trying to breed full-blooded huskies, but the mother dog got pregnant with a stray, so unfortunately they had to get rid of them. I was able to nab one, and in a small town where it's hard to fix animals, all the girl puppies were up for grabs first. I am very fortunate to have the money and location to pay for this procedure, a big reason why I mostly choose girl pets, so I immediately requested for a girl puppy. And let me just say, I didn't know about the huskies and their stereotypes that came with them. I blame myself for not looking into it, but if I can't paint a good picture of how underprepared I was for this puppy, then I can start by saying that huskies aren't actually that popular in my area. Most people want herding dogs, and I've mostly lived my life around herding dogs that are obedient and calm. So I wasn't for a surprise when I got a half husky who barely listens. Also, I want to clarify, my dogs haven't been herd dogs for like a good while, so it's not really important that they don't follow commands or herd livestock. But it would have been nice to know I got a loud, energetic, non-complying escape artist. I'll give Snowball a leaner, athletic build. For context, when I walk my dogs, I like to walk them for an hour or more. Usually when I'm done, the older dogs are tired and ready to lay down, but not Snowball. When we still had our horses, we would be gone for the whole day, and no matter how much terrain we covered, she would still be running everywhere. We would be riding down canyons, up mountains, and across mesas, and she would still be happy to do more. She is mixed, but it seems like she kept all her unmatched endurance genes, but swapped her thick husky coat for a thinner one, which allowed her to keep going no matter the temperature. It was honestly good luck that I was able to find a half-breed to fit the desert weather. As you'll probably notice in the final lineup, Snowball is the shortest, which is true to life, as she's just a small ball of energy. Also, as the youngest, she has the strongest little sister energy. Snowball is very obedient to the other dogs and always hides behind them when she's unsure. As the name implies, Snowball has white fur with slight patches of brown fur spotted around her body. Hence why I thought it would be interesting to give her light brown hair that she would bleach white. Or it doesn't have to be realistic, she could just have hair that naturally looks like that. While I believe all my dogs are very welcoming to strangers, Snowball would definitely be the social butterfly. As soon as she sees a new person, she gets pretty excited. It's very cute and she's always happy to see new people. As a human, she would probably be the one asking for her friends to come to the store with her. I imagine she would be taking her siblings to events or concerts she heard about. As a human, she'll always be looking around for new experiences and exploring new places whenever she gets the chance. However, she'll always come home. And speaking of siblings, my best girl, Sugar. In fact, I think she has the best pictures because she actually listens when I tell her to be still. While she is older than Ben and Snowball, she's still youthful. Sugar is my tallest dog and is nothing compared to like a German Shepherd or something, but big in terms of res dog. Unlike the other two, Sugar was a stray. Her mom was a stray dog that roamed the neighborhood, and I would feed her when she came around. She later had a litter and decided to have babies nearby, and when they were old enough, she would bring them out, and that's how I was introduced to Sugar. However, we had to turn her and her puppies into the animal shelter, since I couldn't exactly feed that many strays. As the mother and puppies were being picked up, I chose to keep one. It was the smallest of the bunch, and also a very shy one. And that's how we got Sugar. And she has stayed in the family ever since. Sugar is a mix, or mutt, and was born in town, which makes her a bit of a city girl, I guess. There have been times that we have taken her to the reservation, but she isn't a big fan of the long outings when we herd cattle, and she gets tired pretty easily. I don't blame her, as she was never exposed to that as a puppy. Sugar is very well mannered and quiet around other people, and is very nervous when she goes new places. So as a human, I believe she would stay near her home, and only travel if her siblings forced her to go. Speaking about her siblings, Sugar is kinda mean to Ben and Sugar, not in a violent way. It's like the others are her annoying little siblings. It's kinda funny. When you try to get them ready for a walk, Sugar will just start barking at them, trying to make them stop running around so I can put the leash on them. It mostly doesn't work, but it's the thought that counts. Because of this, I call her the big sister of the group. Unlike the other two, she actually listens. She comes to me when she's called, and she's calm when you go ready for walks. She always comes when it's time to go back home. For this reason, I think Sugar as a human is very strict and straightforward around her siblings. But as soon as she interacts with strangers or people, she's stumbling over her words and is shy. I also noticed that Sugar has a bit of bow legs in her rear legs. It doesn't stop her at all, it might be completely normal. So as a human, I gave her the Dean Winchester bowed legs. I also gave her hair color the same color as her actual coat, and even though she's a short-haired dog, and gave her long hair. I can't really explain myself why I chose to do that, but I did. I decided to give her a light academia look with a strand of white bleached hair resembling her face markings. She's the opposite of a troublemaker and would probably be the voice of reason if the other two decided to do anything dumb. And last but not least, Ben. Ben is the only boy dog I own. I'll be honest, I always have a preference to female pets, except horses because mares intimidate me. And Ben was a good dog from the start. I'll confess something now. If I get the chance to choose a puppy from a litter, I usually pick the runt, and Ben was exactly that. Unfortunately, how he was cared for before was out of my control, and his tail was removed. Ben is mostly a red heeler, the breed, and his tail was removed as a puppy for cosmetics. I would never have allowed it, and I don't see any reason to remove my dog's tail, but that's how we got him. So in some pictures you'll see his nub tail, and I decided not to incorporate it into his design because I don't really know how to incorporate it, but other than that, he's a healthy dog. There was a time we took him back to my uncle's house to help round up some cattle, and he was much bigger than his siblings. I'm talking about a head taller. So I'm glad he was able to live with us. As much as my family was trying to raise him to be a cattle dog, I didn't really feel comfortable leaving him with cattle because I felt bad for leaving him. He never really lived up to his role, no help to me, as a cattle dog, but I don't mind. He loves playing with Snowball and sleeping next to Sugar, so I think he's enjoying life so far. Also, side note, in the pictures of him, he looks so scary in some shots. I swear he's cute, I just suck at taking pictures. Ben is also pretty protective over the other two. I like to think of him as an overprotective brother. He's also the strongest dog as he drags me on walks. I'm exaggerating, but he is strong. Unlike most of my pets, he was born in the Navajo Nation, being born in a sheep pen. With that in mind, I'll give him a more res fit. I'll give him the classic shorts with basic tee and slip-on sandals. Since he's a bigger dog, his human counterpart will have a bulkier build. As a human, I think Ben would be the only one who was raised on the reservation and would have a more native accent. He also has heterochromia eyes, one blue and the other one brown. It's a unique feature that's never seen on a dog or cat. It's very cute. Since he was born to be a cattle dog, I like to think that as a human he would have herded sheep as a kid and then moved to the city later. For his personality, I like to think that he's a quiet person as well, but when you start talking to him, you see how much of a chatterbug he is. He would be the guy who's usually smiling, laughing a lot, but when it comes to work, he's really focused. So for the final lineup, these are my pets redesigned as humans. I do have a couple more pets that I would like to show off, and if you like this video, then leave a like and consider subscribing, so I know I can continue making this mini-series. If you'd like to see the finished works or a couple of comics, then check out my socials, link in description. And with that, I hope you be safe and have a good day. See you in the next one.